Welcome to Google's random number generator. If I sound a bit down, that's because I just recorded a 27-minute segment and ended up having to throw it out. I'll explain that as I go along, but for the time being, the reason I'm here on this random number generator is because I decided to shake things up in regards to the passwords. The previous video I uploaded was showing off the newly discovered password list, which I think had been discovered maybe in the last 72 hours. I decided that my original plan for this playthrough was once I'd beaten the first half of the story, I would get access to a single password, anything I wanted. But what I decided to do instead was I would use a random number generator, have it set between 0 and 847. Reason for that is because 847 here, Puppet Ritual, is the last number that has a code associated to it. And so what happens is for every character that I defeat, every new character that I defeat, I get a code. I'd get a code. And that code would be whatever the random number generator generates for me. So what happens is I generate a number, 599. I go to that card number in here. And I would get the card that the code is for. So for number 599, it's Violent Rain. So what I would do then is I go into the PlayStation emulator. Go ahead and resume here. Hang on. Yeah, here we go. And then go into R3, and then we put in the code. So we got 29E9. 45 W1, and then we have Violent Rain. Violent Rain is a decent card, not against my next opponent, however. When it's flip face up, all adjacent spaces become sea terrain. Not too bad, but again, against somebody who runs a sea-based deck, that's just going to that's just going to help him more than it's going to help me. So unfortunately, not that great. So let's go back to the browser. Go ahead and generate code number 2, because we've beaten 3 characters so far, so we get 3 codes. And so here we have another 284. 284 is Skullbird. So let's go ahead and go back to this. And let's type in the code. Q9S181 WD40. And Skullbird is just a decent wing beast. Not too bad. I might throw that in the deck. But before we do that, we've got one more code that needs generating. And that number is 446. So let's have a look and see what we've managed to pull here. Armored Lizard. Unfortunate, because Armored Lizard is not particularly great for my situation. Let's see, N3Q 7 WB21. There's Armored Lizard. Nothing overly interesting. Anyhow, let's go ahead and... These insects are kind of useless, so I'm going to put Skullbird in. I'm going to put in... Yeah, I might as well put the Armored Lizard in. It's not really going to benefit me in any way, shape, or form. Actually, no, screw it. I'm going to try something else. What else have I got here? Maybe we'll go Sorcerer of the Doomed. I don't know. It seems like an interesting idea. So, let's go ahead and move on and explain why the previous segment failed. It's because the entirety of the duel that I participated in, I had actually forgotten to switch the focus on OBS Studio back to the game that you're seeing right now. And so the entire duel was spent with OBS focusing entirely on this spreadsheet in the background. Thankfully, though, I'm looking at it right now and can quite clearly see that it is focusing on the right thing. So, Mako's a bit of a weirdo. He is literally just nothing more than a mercenary of sorts. And so, even though his only real affiliation with Lancaster is literally just to be a mercenary, you still have to have a deck cost that's lower than his in order to beat him. Even though he doesn't give you a rose card. At least I'm pretty sure he doesn't give you a rose card. I think the only reward for beating this guy is just he takes you to France. So that's about it. And running a deck that's focusing on pyro monsters is not the best idea because, as you might expect, the board is freaking teeming with sea terrain. So what have we got here? Oh, sweet Jesus, I'm in a good mood. So, what do you say we just sort of chillax and just sort of move forward and push this wasteland as far into his territory as I can get it. This sounds like a good spot. So, the position that I've got Mako in now is that he pretty much has to either try to form a safe spot in here or move over here into this meadow terrain. And I've got monsters that benefit in meadow terrain, so he's pretty much screwed either way. But if there's one place he doesn't want to have his cards, it's definitely the wasteland terrain, because his fish, his sea serpents and all that sort of stuff, they do not like being in that water, in the wasteland. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if I can fuse these two together. Apparently not. A beast and a warrior do not combine to make a beast warrior. Alert the authorities. Alright. I'd love to have that card in the frickin' wasteland so that it didn't benefit from as much from its power-up cards. He's going to go straight after me here, but I've top-decked a Molten Behemoth, so I'm now in a freaking liberal position here, because I just literally just put this up. I don't know why I put it face up, though, because I should have just put it face down and just relied on him to attack into it, because it would have done some damage. So I derped, but whatever, I've got one of those, which means that any further Pyro monsters that I summon onto the field get a nice juicy plus 500 boost. So let's go ahead and drop the Destroyer Golem instead, because that's just better off in this situation. What the hell did I just run over? Heavy Storm, okay. I guess I'm fine with that. Not like I really needed it for anything, but whatever. I don't really play many spell cards on the board at the moment because there's not really that many around. Attacking into my wolf with a red archery girl, which even in this terrain is a bit on the biblical side. Alright, well it's 1900 though, so I should be able to get over it. I'm actually astounded to say that I cannot get over it. Even Fire Yarrow doesn't stand a chance. That sucks. So go ahead and drop the good old electric lizard here. Attack into that. Stunner! So that's going to shut that up for a little bit. Sending that in, probably going to go around and try to attack me from the side. So let's see. Make Flame Swordsman. See, the thing is, even if I turn Fire Yarrow into a zombie, it would lose the boost from this thing. So it wouldn't matter. And Flame Swordsman's not quite powerful enough. I'm getting screwed over by something with 1900 attack. Whatever. Oh, fuck off. I did not want Violet Rain right now. Great, I can get over it, but it puts that thing on 2900. This is not a position that I would like to be in. Not in the absolute slightest. Ugh. That Violent Rain was perfectly placed as well. That's what pisses me off. Doesn't seem to be wanting to attack into anything though. Alright, let me go ahead and call the Haunted right here. Because at least Molten Behemoth gets the boost there. Electric Lizard kind of does as well, but not that that really matters. This is a fucking shitty situation to be in. Probably should have just made Flame Swordsman, got her into the wasteland, and then just sort of attacked from there. But this is... yeah. What's shitty is that I've not actually done any damage. I've gotten rid of a few of his forces, but I've still not done any damage. Oh, great. So when I finally actually get everything right in regards to focusing this thing on that thing, the game's just going to be like, no, you have to redo again because we're just going to make you lose. Because that's really kind of pissed me off. But I pretty much just have to use my terrain well enough. It's basically the situation I'm in. Alright, well I've got another Molten Behemoth. And what I'm thinking here is... this. Try to get them to attack into it. Nah, you're not going to attack into that, are you? I didn't think you would. Because that would be too fucking convenient. Alright. Let's try... these ones. Fuse Ramondas with Fire Rider, make Flame Swordsman, then fuse that with Fire Yarrow to make Vermilion Sparrow. Then flip this motherfucker up, and that puts Sparrow on 2400. That had better be enough. Just. Spellbound, but I don't really care. Because that's at least holding him at bay for a little bit longer. Now there's that guy coming up from the front. Blocker would be lovely to have. But in this situation, I'm probably better off with my Dragon Piper. So I'm just going to sort of sit that there as a butt, and if they manage to get over it, then I can just pull back and just put Blocker down there. Yeah, release my spell and blah 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 blah. 1850. Okay, well, wait. What's that? What's that? What is that? What? The thing dropped me by fucking 300 or 500 points and screwed me out. Oh, you are such a dick. Alright. Fine. Blocker. I don't give two shits. The shitty part is if I send Vermilion Sparrow there, she'll send Red Archery Girl straight into it. Fuck. I'm being pushed back. I need my equip cards. I need to just jack the power of my monster up frickin' as high as it could possibly go. And this is not how I do it. So I'm gonna have to throw shit away. Throw that away, throw that away, throw that away. I think it goes without saying that I don't much care for this matchup. God, if I pull my third thing out, if I pull my third behemoth out here, I'm just going to put him over blocker. No, burning spear, that works. 29. Now I just need 500 more points. If I can get over 3,000, I'll be right. None of these. I can make a Thunder Dragon if I could free some space. Hell, I could even combine that blocker with my Winged Dragon Guard in the Fortress. Make Metal Dragon. What do we got? Pale Beast. Alright. Let's try this. Just sort of keep that there. Maybe he'll be stupid and run into it and I can do some damage. Please be stupid. Didn't think he'd be stupid. What's his defense though? 1300. Oh, I can get over him anyway. Rip. Good times. Now I can move this fellow back in here. Feel a bit more safe in that area. Oh. You're a legend. You're a fucking legend. Right. Let's start kicking some ass. Tell you what, I would not mind Flame Ghost here right now. If I can move my monsters into decent positions, I would not mind Flame Ghost. Not at all. Alright, so let's see what the best position is here. Let me try this direction. Zone Eater. What does that do? Make a whole bunch of sea terrain. Cool. Keep forgetting about those stupid spellbinds. If I could make some room for a monster, I'd love to be able to sneak my way in there and just sort of smack him for 6. But whatever. We'll destroy Golem in defense mode. He's not going to be very useful. Yeah, whatever. Can't do anything else. I want to try to get that red archery girl to move around and try to kick that thing's ass. Free up a spot. So let's attack into this thing. Mech Bass, that's not going to do anything, but it is water attributes, so I ain't going nowhere. It's annoying, but I can't do much else. At the very least, though, with this freed up spot, I might be able to get myself into a position where, I mean, if I can get a dragon, if I can get my Blackland Fire Dragon in my hand, I could get myself into a position where I attack. You send Vermilion Spatter to attack whatever that is. If I get Spellbound, I can move my leader over there, and then summon Thunder Dragon and go straight for the leader. That does require me to summon a whole bunch of shit. Whatever, I don't think I'm going to get much use out of the meadow. Because I just want to leave my tripwire beast there, which kind of just ruins the strategy already, so much for that. So why is that thing in attack mode? Is that like a spell? It's Kairyu-shin. Which, I mean, it pretty much puts me back at square one, like usual. Because that's a bit of a thing that happens now. But, oh well, there's the dragon in question. So what happens if I move that? Nah. It'd just get frickin' mince. It just gets turned into frickin' mincemeat. This is literally just the grind game that is basically just me trying to open up a way to the leader. That's basically all that this is. I'll move this one. No. I can't do anything. That's just what's pissing me off. I just cannot do anything because everything that Vermilion Sparrow attacks spellbinds it because it's water attribute. This is so grindy and so tedious. Let's attack into this thing with... No! No, that's not going to work either because it's a fucking jellyfish. For fuck's sake. Why? Jesus Christ. And the shitty part is that, if Skullbird just attacks and destroys jellyfish, which it can't, as I've literally just realized, I guess if anything I could do that. Hopefully draw another equip card and then just run over the crazy fish. That might be how I do this. Yeah, alright. So that's 1300 right there. That's going to stay 1300. Well, that's still damage. So I'm fine with that. Keep you there. Because I'm getting there. I've almost got this guy. There's another stupid jellyfish. It's another 500. Oh, mate, the top decks are real. That's game. Thank Christ, I kind of forgot that I had Flame Cerebrus waiting in the wings because I was focusing so much on friggin' Vermilion Sparrow. But we did it. It was very grindy, but I managed to crack him eventually. Thank Christ for that. And a promotion for Molten Behemoth. Good times. I'm not holding my breath for a leader ability. But I got Kairyu-shin, so I'm happy. Oh. Oh, damn it. I was hoping to get something other than Kairyu-shin. Instead I got Kanikabuto. Whatever. Alright, well at least we've now got the duel recorded. Thank Christ for that. Yay, because it only took me like 4 or 5 freaking attempts because of like my voice getting all fucking ravelly and shit and having to clear my throat a whole bunch of times. Alright, well, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and round out the segment with the fourth random number here. And our number is 392. 392 is Air Knight Parshat. That is a... I mean, overall, it's not too bad. I'll just cut that part out, because I was a derp. But that's not going to ruin the segment. As I was saying, we got a leader ability. Yay. God, I hope there's a part I can actually cut out. I may just have to roll with it. Whatever. I'm going to end this segment before it becomes even more of a train wreck. So next time, our opponent will be... the Brooklyn man from... however that's pronounced.